Well, thanks, Altavito. As expected, the opposition not going easy on the government, chalking up the budget communication as lackluster. Cleopatra Murphy has that angle.
Opposition Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard lambasted Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis's budget presentation, calling him out for taking credit for improvements to the economy with nothing to back it up, namely crediting the reduction on VAT for GDP growth when he says the F&M policies set the country on a path for recovery.
The Prime Minister failed in his communication to provide any evidence of this fact, nor did he cite any sources or provide any reference that could verify this outlandish claim.
Pintard also charged that when in need of cash, the Davis administration takes a draconian approach to getting it from businesses.
This is a government that promised that it would improve the ease of doing business. What has happened is, in fact, quite the opposite. And we have any number of examples of businesses that have made this case. I'm advised that one good way to evaluate bad money managers is to what extent, when they are having money problems, they seek to take yours.
He says government promised a safer country with a fairer system for all, and the Bahamas would be stronger. But with record murders, fewer Bahamians feel safer than before the 2021 general elections. Pintard also branded the Davis administration as serial lawbreakers that have violated the majority of financial services legislation, also calling government's claim of reducing the national debt laughable.
For all the criticisms they had levied against us in this budget, clearly the Prime Minister should have acknowledged that they have borrowed some $1 billion up to this point. They didn't have COVID, they didn't have Dorian, and they are hard-pressed to lay out in details how they have effectively utilized the $1 billion that they have borrowed.
On to Grand Bahama. While the Prime Minister says it is time for decisive action when it comes to the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Pintard insists the opposition will not support any attempt to nationalize the entity.
This government ought to engage in a conversation with the residents of Grand Bahama, the licensees of the port. Obviously, they should be in conversation with the port, the industrials, all stakeholders in Grand Bahama about any contemplation that they have relative to GBPA.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
The ZNS community page now has its own home on Channel 230. Be sure to tune into this channel to see informative notices, funeral announcements, birthday greetings, and much, much more. So watch the ZNS community channel today on Cable 230.